wisdom tooth yanked out on Thursday.
Yikes.
That's painful.
Yeah, it
too
did not
old
go
for that?
well because the very end of it was like hooked, and they didn't see that in the the X-ray. So the dentist was just like yanking on it and moving it back and forth for like
not
20
out
minutes.
for this?
Nope.
You weren't?
No, he
If
just
they do the
numbs
full
you.
extraction, they'll knock you out. But if they just take out a wisdom tooth, they don't.
I mean, I didn't really feel anything at the time
Local anesthetic.
because I was looking at aesthetic, but
Oh yeah, it's gonna be super sore after.
Yeah, I got all 4 of my wisdom teeth pulled out, and I was just out cold the entire time.
Yeah.
yeah, that's the way they did it when I was
That's,
18.
like, the
I had
first
2 of
time-
them out.
That's the only time I've ever been like under anesthesia. It was like very confusing.
Maybe you died and this is all a dream. You never woke up from that anesthesia.
Danny's ladder.
Danny.
Danny's ladder. It's a Jacob's ladder scenario. Is there a Danny after Dennis video somewhere in the internet verse?
Oh no.
Well,
I just slept a lot. I don't know why this kid was like talking his ass off. I just
Yeah.
wanted to sleep.
What are you guys talking about?
David after dentist, the old.
You know that viral video of the kid that came back from the dentist after being under anesthesia, and he's in the back seat just talking like a fucking moron.
He goes.
Oh yeah,
He goes, "Ah," just like yells and stuff.
Cool. So, welcome to Nintendo Dreamcast episode
92.
92. Is it 92? I thought it was 93.
92.
Are we sure?
I'm positive.
it's 92.
All right.
What
Are we counting the lost episode, though?
counting the last episode?
It's
It's
93.
probably like 93 or 94.
Yeah.
So I'm including the lost episode in from now on. So, welcome to Nintendo Dreamcast episode 93.
Wait, we don't have a lost episode.
We do. There was one that we recorded and like the thing went out.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I
but we
managed to
pulled it off
salvage it.
of
I pulled
Mixler.
half of it
No,
off
not
of
that one.
Mixler.
The other time that happened. There's the lost
only-
episode. It was amazing.
It hasn't happened in my tenure, but there's 25 episodes.
We had Daniel Day-Lewis on. We interviewed him. It's right after he got that Oscar for Let There Be Blood.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was a pretty intense fucking episode.
Yeah. I just get the feeling that Daniel Day-Lewis wakes up in one of his different like method personas every single day. Like one day he'll wake up as like Last of the Mohicans, and the next time it'll be like Gangs in New York, and he just has like a really bad
something that
day.
you really don't know is actually Daniel Day-Lewis isn't his name. Daniel Day-Lewis is the name of a character that he's playing in a movie who's an actor that wins a bunch of Oscars for method acting. So he's not even Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah.
His name's like Bob Romano.
Bob Cthulhu.
Bob Cthulhu.
You were going to say Barbara Ann, weren't you?
Yeah, his name's
Bob
Barbara Ann. Is that better?
Thank you. Yeah.
Why do you have your
So,
arms
what
up?
piece of pop culture are we discussing today?
I don't know. Nobody watched the movie.
Did you guys watch Z Nation season 2?
Oh,
Any of
yeah.
it?
Everybody but me. I haven't had time. I don't have time to do anything. My life sucks. I haven't played a goddamn video game since October.
Me and
I
Matt
started
actually.
thinking about just making it up so it sounds like I have played things. Like that would be great. Like, oh yeah, guys, I totally played Rainbow Six this weekend. But I've been watching Fargo season 2. Has anybody watched that yet?
No, I haven't watched season 1.
Yeah.
Oh my! I didn't think that could get better than season 1 because that's how good season 1 is. But
Yeah.
season 2 is probably better.
I probably wouldn't. I don't know if I would ever watch Fargo season 1 if you hadn't lent it to me.
Yeah.
Who were some of the notable celebrities in season 2?
Well, it's got so you know Burn Notice,
Yep.
the main character from
You know Burn Notice?
Michael Donovan.
Yeah, he's like one of the head like gangster families, and this season takes place in the 70s. And so it's like a 70s like mafia time like piece. Like it's really,
okay.
really cool. Bruce Campbell is Ronald Reagan. He makes a
It's got multiple Burn Notice actors in it.
yeah.
Nice.
I feel like they got him, and he brought Bruce
Bruce
Campbell
Campbell
over for
it's a
Ronald
retainer. He has to
Reagan.
come with me.
Ronald Reagan things, and then it's got what's her name? Mary Jane Watson.
Oh, Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah, Kirsten Dunst, who won an Emmy, I think, for season 2. She's
Oh yeah, I
awesome
saw that.
in
I
it.
did see that.
It's got Ted Danson, who I love with a passion.
He's pretty cool.
But yeah, it's got a lot of like Kieran Culkin, Macaulay Culkin,
Yep.
the lesser Culkin, isn't it?
The lesser Culkin.
But it is really, really good. We did this thing where we got cable for some reason because it was like $20. because they're like, please buy cable. Nobody buys cable anymore. Like, all right, fine, $20. And I just discovered that there is an Xbox app that's like the Time Warner cable app. So even though I don't have cable in the bedroom, all the shows that are on cable are on demand on the Xbox 360. So I've just like queued up Fargo season 2. I'm like, this is actually a smart move, cable. This is actually really, really helpful. It's like Netflix, but for cable.
Yep.
But that's what I've been watching mainly and reading comic books. What have you been playing, Matt?
What are you reading?
So I have the Marvel Unlimited app. It's $100 a year, which is less than $10 a month, or you can buy it for $10 a month, and it is Netflix for Marvel comics. There's like 100,000 comics on it, like current stuff. So I've been going back and just reading entire runs of stuff that I never had the time or the money to read.
Is there like a current cutoff? Like, is
6 months?
Okay, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, so how they keep like, because they don't want to directly compete with their own like print comic books, is that like new this week is something that was released 6 months ago.
Cool.
But if you're not up to date, which I'm not, you have literally hundreds of thousands of comic books to read. So it was really good. It's really like the app's really quick, really easy to navigate, and it's literally the entire Marvel library up to 6 months ago.
Cool.
Highly suggest. The one thing that's cool if you like Star Wars is they added the Dark Horse Star Wars, all of it, to the app. So Marvel, when Disney bought Marvel, they yanked the comic book license from Dark Horse because they now owned a comic book manufacturing mill.
Right.
So one thing that was cool, I guess, is that they also bought all the license to everything Dark Horse had ever printed, and they put it over on the Marvel app, which is cool. I've been reading some of that stuff.
Awesome.
But what have you been playing?
Shit ton of Fallout 4. I'm to level 76 now. Just got I think there's like 2 girls that you can have a romance with, and did that.
Romance dudes.
Yeah.
How many dudes can you romance?
Just
can you romance Nick Valentine?
All of them.
No, you can't.
Enough.
Can't romance Nick Valentine. You can romance.
I don't understand why games today have such a bias against people that want to have sex with robots.
I know, man.
I just want to have sex with robots, but then I got a bunch of rape threats.
Actually, I don't
on my Twitter account.
You romance anyone else besides McReady?
It's kind of a spoiler, but you can have sex with a robot, technically.
Cool. I don't want to know anything else because I feel like one of the companions is a robot that you don't know about. So
yeah, you can romance McCready, and I've tried, and like it's a lot harder if you're a dude trying to do a dude. So
yeah, I think Paladin Dance is a straight shooter.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I haven't gotten. I just started rolling with him, so but yeah. But I've pretty much gotten all the quests done.
Cool.
So,
what have you been playing, Daniel?
I've also played Flower.
What have you been playing, Dan?
For the first time. That game, actually, I'm going to say that is like the least obnoxious motion-controlled game I've ever played. It's just really
fluid,
chill and fluid, yeah. That's all I have to say about it. Other than that, it's kind of boring.
No Minecraft for the Cordelia or anything this week?
Nope.
Does she still play games, or is she into something else now?
She's playing games less because her I meant to talk about this. Her sub account got like hacked or something. So like we can't access her sub account anymore. Really? Yeah, I looked it up online. Apparently, it happens all the time. And like Sony got hacked again, and they're not admitting they got hacked. So the only way to fix it is to disable all profiles, and you can only do that once every 6 months. And the people that go in and hack your sub account disable all profiles before they do that, so that they have 6 months of free games on your profile.
That doesn't make any sense. That's a horrible system.
Yeah, it's really, really ridiculous. And you can call and you can complain on there. I haven't even tried because every one I read about online that tried to do it was like, don't even worry about it. It's a waste of time.
Do you guys remember the old Xbox license transfer system, where once a year you could transfer licenses to a new console? Other than that, and you had to play online or not at all.
Okay, yeah, I think this is like kind of like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Like, say for instance, you had all like DRM licenses on the Xbox back in the day. They were assigned to the console and to the gamer tag. Mm-hmm. So, say you had like your master console and you had all the games on there. Any gamer tag could play those games on there. Mm-hmm. And then, say you went to like a friend's Xbox and you would download your games. Anybody could play those games as long as your gamer tag was logged in. Mm-hmm. But the way it would work, say I got a new Xbox. I would put all my new games on my new Xbox, and nobody could play them unless I was logged in on my Xbox. Like nobody, like say me and my wife at the time had accounts on the same one. She couldn't play any of the games because they were purchased under my name.
Oh, okay.
Well, you could transfer them to the new console, and it would assign them so anybody could play them again. But you can only do that once a year. So, like, say, like your Xbox red ringed, and you got one, you had it for 4 months, you would get it, and say you transfer it, say it red rings again in the next like 3 or 4 months, then your games would not be accessible on the third console.
It's like, ridiculous.
Unless
only by the primary player. Like other people couldn't play it.
That seems fine.
Yeah. So it's kind of a similar thing here.
Yeah.
Fucking obnoxious.
What have you been playing, Danny?
I actually went on a kick. I've been playing ROMs. I played Dark Cloud 2 for like a week. Just because I really liked it.
It was on PlayStation 2, right?
Yeah, it was on
I
PlayStation
liked that game
2.
a lot.
I liked it a lot. First time I played it. I didn't get very far in it. I can't remember why I stopped playing it. Based on when it came out, I'm pretty sure I probably rented it or bought it from GameStop and then returned it a week later. And never came back around to it. But I really like the world building in it. It's fun to do it again. But it, like compared to like Minecraft, obviously, it seems like the most piece of shit system you'll ever come across. So I don't imagine it really holds up too well without this nostalgia. I also didn't remember it being so grindy. Like going from chapter to chapter, like you'll finish chapter 3 and go to chapter 4, and like the first level, every enemy just absolutely destroys me. I'm like, ugh, this sucks.
Most RPGs back then were super grindy.
Yeah.
I never played Dark Cloud 1 or 2. The name sounds familiar, but I never played
Dark Cloud was like a PS2 like system release game, so
Yeah.
it was the kind of game you only really played if you bought the PS2 right away. I didn't, but I eventually got around to it just because it looked interesting. I think it was like in a $1 bin or something like that.
My favorite weird launch RPG for a system was Lost Odyssey on the 360.
That was a great game.
It was amazing, and it was a launch title that just got like kind of like swept under the rug.
Yeah.
too.
4 discs, yep. And I like the time mechanic with the rings.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was really weird. You had characters that were just immortal, so they would die. But if the fight continued for like 3 more rounds, they just come back to life. And they're very rare in RPG.
Never played that. Who made that?
knows?
Squeenix?
No,
I don't think it was.
It was by it was like the lead designer of. I want to say it was Chrono Trigger. It was somebody that used to work at Squeenix, and they made their own studio, one of those deals where they went on and did their own studio.
Okay.
It was a really good title. It had a really, really good story. Basically, you're a Highlander.
Yeah.
And you have like amnesia, I think, or something. I don't remember. But it was much better than Blue Dragon. Blue Dragon was awful.
I played through that too.
I couldn't get through it. Did you ever play Blue Dragon?
No.
It's by the guy that did Dragon Quest. They did a game specifically for the Xbox 360. Art was amazing.
It was.
Yeah.
The game itself was just kind of flat.
It was a little weird.
I'm a big fan of like the mindless grindy RPGs, so I really liked Blue Dragon.
So what'd you play, man?
I played no games this week.
Wait a minute, rewind it. Did you finish KOTOR yet?
Oh yeah.
No, I haven't. I put it on hold while I was playing Dark Cloud 2.
All right, go ahead. Did you get to the twist yet?
No.
God damn.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, right, go ahead.
I did not play any video games this week, mainly because all the shows and stuff started back up, like all the primetime series and everything.
What have you been watching?
Everything. So
That's not very
all the
conclusive list.
superhero shows came back, including DC started.
Arrow, The Flash.
Yep, Legends of Tomorrow.
Are there new episodes of The Flash?
Yep, brand new one came on Tuesday, and then Arrow on Wednesday.
Okay, so it won't be on Hulu until next.
How are those Legends of Tomorrow?
They did like a first half kind of thing on Thursday night, and like that'll be the conclusion to
What is
thing.
this? I don't know what Legends of Tomorrow
Legends of Tomorrow is
They're
the second
Avengers
spinoff
for
of
TV.
Arrow. It's like a Rogues Gallery mashup with a couple of the heroes from.
Okay.
So it's
It's like Captain Atom and Captain Cold. And
you have Adam White Canary, Freeze and his brother, or Captain Cold and his
man.
brother, and then you got what the hell? Who's the flame guy in that? I forget his name. Firestorm, yeah.
Firestorm.
Firestorm is two guys that meld to become
Yeah,
one
I've
person.
seen The Flash.
And then you have Hawkman and Hawkgirl, and they're traveling through time with Rip Hunter.
I remember the Hawkman Hawkgirl episode of The Flash.
And they go through different parts in time trying to stop Vandal Savage from destroying us in the future. So
I really want to like those shows. I just can't get into them.
yeah, Legends Tomorrow is going to be good because like Rip Hunter. He's I don't know. He's kind of an asshole. I like it. Like he's not like your gentlemanly superhero.
He's one of those people that this is the one thing I hate about society is that there are always these like shitbag guys on television that are like the worst. Like the guy that was like Arrow, like literally the worst person ever.
Yep.
And then everybody loves him. But like if you knew that person in real life, you would hate that person.
Yeah, especially like season 1.
Oh, Oliver Queen's so dreamy and he's a superhero. He was banging some girl's sister and got her killed in a shipwreck. But yeah, like I hate it when they're like, "Oh, I love anti-heroes," unless they're an actual person. Then I hate them.
There was that one introspective in Arrow to where like it all starts on the premise that they're like all shipwrecked and die and stuff. In reality, only one person ever died on the shipwreck that mattered to anything. That's his dad. Everybody else is completely alive and kicking ass.
Spoilers for people who might not have seen Arrow.
Oh my god, it's 5 fucking years old. So
Nope.
if they don't know that they're still alive, that's their problem.
Spoilers. I didn't know.
I do. I watched like most of the first season.
And then I binge watched Z Nation season 2, chatting them with Matt while I was doing it, about different episodes.
I haven't watched it yet, so shut up.
Yeah.
That's so good.
I can walk away if you guys want to talk about it.
Oh no.
No.
I mean, I don't mind.
But
Kind of hoping to make this one the Z Nation one, but you haven't seen it.
yeah.
I haven't seen a single episode from the second season.
But like it takes crazy and just goes like to a whole new level of like batshit crazy, and it's the best.
Yeah.
They're watching a lot of movies too. So yep. I watched what was it? Oh, Hot Tub Time Machine 2. It's pretty okay.
Oh yeah, I've been meaning to watch that.
And then a lot of other stuff, but I've just mainly been like cleaning up, getting the house ready, and don't plan on living there much longer. So
Where are you moving to?
I've been looking multiple places. I'm trying for Union.
What about there's those apartment buildings right over here, man?
I don't want to live up here.
You don't live in Ohio?
Nah. Nothing against it.
Union is also like a piece of shit. Move closer. At least get up like to Covington or something, man.
Yeah. I've gone like to Southgate and Fort Wright and looked there too.
Fort Thomas is nice.
Yeah. Right there at the Southgate Fort Thomas border.
I almost moved to Covington.
Did you?
Oh my god.
There was a really nice house I was looking at in Covington.
Nice.
Turn your phone on silent. Jeez.
Yeah, we'll take all the chewing in the world. You want your phone rings once though, and you're dead to us. So when are we gonna have a party at your house eventually? Come on, Danny.
I've been to Danny's house once.
Oh yeah, what's it like?
What?
It's what you would think of like. It's a house that a bachelor lives in. The upstairs looks very empty, and then I think Danny lives in his basement. Is that pretty much right?
Oh man.
You need a roommate, man.
Wait, when did you come over to my house?
When I came and picked you up, we went to Gen Con.
Oh, right.
Like the upstairs is like you have like a living room with like a chair in it, and then like a kitchen that has like a lot of dishes in the sink, and then a bathroom. But then you go downstairs and there's like a TV and a computer desk and like the place in which Danny inhabits.
I'll just move in with Danny. We can be roomies. We'll party.
A whole upper floor I'm not using.
Should do that, man.
Yeah, he'd rent it out to you, I bet.
It's a waste of space.
I'll probably save
Pay
a
your
bunch
rent,
of money
man.
too. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can handle all that tang you pull in though.
Constant tang
You
rotation.
have to deal with that.
Nah, I don't think Danny would. I don't know. Would you bode well with a 5-year-old being there half the time?
I see the wheels turning. He's like, shit, I don't know.
Yep. That's the big red
What's
flag
the
with the
least
roommate.
insulting thing I could say right now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. So what else are we going to talk about? What's in the news? I saw that Mighty Number 9 is going to be delayed again, which is hilarious.
At least they apologized for it this
Yeah,
time.
they sincerely apologized.
Yeah, I mean, they sincerely apologize. Fuck.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man. Kickstarter is the worst. It literally is the worst. It has long exceeded its purpose, and now it's just a constant source of disappointment to people everywhere.
It's funny because this is actually the month that Kickstarter has stopped failing me. Like all the things I kickstarted 3 years ago are actually finally coming out.
I need to check my Kickstarter for Pillars of Eternity, the card game, because I was told that it was going to ship. Like,
What else come out? That
Go ahead.
I finally kickstarted something. That
you kickstart?
MST3K revival thing.
Oh, I did too on that one. Yeah.
Oh, you did? Okay. Sorry.
MST.
Mystery Science Theater.
Mystery Science Theater.
Dude, the cast on that's pretty unstoppable. Like, it's pretty cool. Everybody they've announced.
Yeah, I don't know about Felicia Day.
Felicia Day, what a turd.
I don't know. I like Felicia Day. I like Jonah Ray. I think Patton Oswalt's in the mix somewhere.
And Patton Oswalt couldn't be bothered to show up for any of the Kickstarter stuff. So, like, I
Would
wonder.
Patton Oswalt play one of the robots? Is that how it
No, he's
works?
going to play TV's Frank, his son of TV's Frank.
And then
He's like the
They
mad
got two new
scientist.
guys doing the robots.
Yeah, Baron Vaughn, and I don't know who the other guy is. I never heard of him before.
Are they the same robots or are they different robots?
Same robots.
Same robots.
Different guys.
Crow's Eye and
Yeah. I like the guy that does Crow, and I never heard of him before. I've liked Baron Vaughn previously, but I don't like what he does with Servo. At least I've heard so far.
That's it.
Anyway.
Yeah, so what were your Kickstarter things?
I kickstarted a Mega Man board game.
You've talked about
mostly
it
because
multiple
it
times.
has like I had little awesome
figures.
sculpted painted figures I thought were cool, and the other so that was supposedly shipping like this month or next month. And the other thing I kickstarted a real long time ago was Hex, and part of the reason I kickstarted is because they were supposed to have a like a single player campaign mode in the game. And they've come out with the game in like a full beta for like the last 2 or 3 years, but it had no single player whatsoever. It was all just online playing against other people. So I never got into it. Mm-hmm. I don't even know if I'll play it now because I kickstarted that like pre-Hearthstone when it was like the only digital card game that looked cool. But everyone has a freaking digital card game nowadays. Yep. But they're doing it.
They're doing it.
Only took them 4 years.
I also kickstarted Super Troopers 2. So.
Yeah.
Did you really? What did you
How's
get
that
out of
coming
that?
along?
I did the Fandango one where it actually comes with 2 tickets. So
Oh, that's cool.
yeah,
Is there anybody even like left in Broken Lizard to do that?
they're all 5 still part of Broken Lizard. They Steve Lemmy and Kevin Heffernan actually tour together and they do everything together.
Yeah, I know those two are, but besides them, like
Paul Soder, he directs a lot of stuff, and Eric Stolhansky, he does a lot of indie crap, and then Chandrasekhar directs everything nowadays in Hollywood. So, like speaking of Burn Notice, he did a shitload of episodes of Burn Notice.
did he?
Yeah, he's even been on Burn Notice a couple times. Same way with like Royal Pains. He's on that show a lot too.
Check that out.
I was the only one that watched those USA shows back in the day.
Oh, I love USA shows, man. I didn't. I really like Suits, but I'm about a season or 2 behind. Burn Notice rocked. What were some other ones back in the day?
Psych.
Psych was amazing. I've seen every episode of Psych. Monk was equally as awesome. As
I watched all of Monk. I think that's the last
Psych is
USA
easily
show I
the
liked.
best TV show I've ever seen in my entire life.
Psych is because like it's good on the whole detective premise, but then it's so fucking funny.
Yeah, this is the wittiness.
Speaking of that, he's been in every Broken Lizard movie. The guy that plays Sean.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's if you watch, he has cameos in like all the Broken Lizard. Like in Beer Fest, he's the Swedish delivery guy, stuff like that.
I like that guy. I've never seen him in anything else though.
What the hell's his name? Yeah, I can't think of it. Sean Spencer's his character name.
Yeah.
Where's your phone? Look it up.
People
It'll
show
come
too
to
much
him.
nowadays.
It'll come to
exactly.
him.
Like I hardly ever look stuff up on my phone to like try and appease my mind. Like you got to think of stuff. You got to have people help you out.
Whatever, man. Like 50% Android now.
Beep boop.
James. His first name is James.
James Hayter.
Nope.
James Simmons.
I'll think of it.
So Iron Maiden are making their own RPG called Legacy of the Beast.
It's kind of
If you're a
neat.
Maiden fan, it's
Who was the military guy that just made a game?
Donald Rumsfeld.
Rumsfeld, yeah.
Like artillery solitaire or something like that.
No, it's a version of Solitaire that Winston Churchill invented.
Churchill solitaire. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually seems kind of interesting for a Solitaire app. It's a new version of Solitaire.
Yeah. Solitaire is an oldie but a goodie. I like it. Spider Solitaire is good too.
It's like a timed version of Solitaire, and you play with like 2 decks. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, but I just assume no one watched those USA shows because I remember there was one SNL skit I watched once. It was a whole game show called "What Is Burn Notice About," and they just show clips of Burn Notice to different people, just like trailers and stuff like that. And it just shows like a bunch of people like in Miami, and they're like, "What is Burn Notice?" And like people make guesses. They're like, a sunglasses commercial, and they're like, "No."
I loved Burn Notice. Then they released like the subsequent movie about Sam Ash.
There's a movie,
Yeah.
a Burn Notice movie.
Yeah, about Sam's character. A prequel about Sam's character. Bruce Campbell's character.
I know who Sam is.
Yeah, they made a prequel movie about that. It has all of them in it.
Yep. I actually never watched the last couple of seasons of Burn Notice.
Another show I really wanted to like because I like Bruce Campbell, and I just couldn't get into it.
Burn Notice?
Yeah.
I want to see Ash vs. Evil Dead, but I don't have premium cable channel, so I haven't been watching it yet.
It'll be on Netflix.
Going to have to download it less legally, probably.
So what's up with Bravely Default, Raoul Duke?
I don't know. I saw that they announced the release date, so that was really cool because we were debating whether it was actually going to be coming.
Yeah, I remember we were talking about that a while back.
Yeah,
did so well here. I couldn't imagine it not happening.
Sorry, I realized that I kickstarted something like a year ago that was supposed to come out this month. So now I'm having to go through and dig and see if I'm actually getting it. I'm on the precipice of discovering this mystery.
Mine came with a bunch of digital rewards, and I totally can't figure out how to get them. Like, I know they're out there and they're available, but I don't know. I don't understand Kickstarter. And if you own an Xbox One, you can get The Witcher 2 for free right now.
I saw that.
Which would be super nice.
I never played Witcher 2.
Played a bit of it. I think I'd be more apt to finish it now that I've played more of The Witcher 3. Need to finish up Fallout so I can go back to Witcher 3. So I can finish that. So I can finish Metro Last Light.
Metro Last Light. Man, yeah, I bought that combo a long time ago. I forgot I have that game.
It's a good game. Like, I played a little bit more of it right before Fallout came out, and I was like, man.
The Game of Thrones and Borderlands episodic stuff, is that done?
Game of Thrones is done.
Okay, I need to go in and play them.
Yeah, they just finished Game of Thrones.
I bought the big pack, like the all 5 games it was on sale half off, and I was waiting for them to finish because like I got really pissed off waiting for Wolf Among Us to come out.
I always check Humble Bundle like every week, and there was a really good Firaxis Humble Bundle out right now. If you've never played any of their games,
like Civ,
it's got like XCOM, Sid Meier's Pirates, Civ 3, Civ Beyond Earth.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have buddies that play Beyond Earth like crazy.
If you pay $15, you get Beyond Earth and a map pack, and 33% off the next DLC.
If I played games on my PC, I'd be into that.
And it also has like Civ 4, it has a Civ 3, Civ 4, Civ 5, Sid Meier's Starships, and then all the DLC for Enemy Unknown on XCOM.
That's a one.
And they haven't even added, on Wednesday, they're adding more games to it, so I don't even know what else is going to be in there.
Does the price go up when they add more games? Or
well, the way it works is you pay $1, and then if you pay at least $1, there's a certain amount of things. They've added something recently where they have a fixed price, like you have to pay at least $15 if you want all of the Beyond Earth stuff. But the rest is just based on what the average that's been paid so far is. So right now the average is $9.93. But if you're going to get Beyond Earth, you're going to be above the average anyways. So $15 for all those games.
That's insane.
Nice.
They've been doing something else recently where they have coupons as part of the bundle, like digital coupons. They had Life is Strange in there at one time where you could get like the first episode and then like 33% off the season pack or something like that. I did not bite on that because I do not like the episodic stories really.
I've heard Life is Strange is really good though.
But the way they work is they put out like a list of games and then it's like runs for 3 weeks, and a week and a half into it they put out like maybe 3 or 4 more games on it. So I'm almost wondering if they might what else they could put out. They might if they put out like a coupon for XCOM 2, like even like 5 or 10% off it, I might buy it.
Yeah, the episodic games are super frustrating. We've been playing Minecraft Story Mode. It's the one thing she has been playing.
Because I think XCOM 2 releases on like February 2nd or something like that. So the timing would be ideal.
I meant to play XCOM, the one I never did.
Oh man, you get attached to characters in that game, and if they die, they're gone. It's just like they were so leveled up.
Yeah.
Oh, James Roday. That's Sean from Psych.
Okay. Have he ever had a starring role in anything else?
Starring? I don't think so. Not that I know of. Oh. We can start a podcast about USA Network shows, Danny. Come on.
I don't have the USA Network anymore,
I don't
so
have
it'd be a little
cable either.
difficult.
Yeah.
Really? What happened to it?
Oh, I don't have. Yeah.
Oh,
We don't
you don't
have
have
it.
it.
Yeah,
I
I
thought
don't
it
have any-
went away. That's how little I care about it. It could have gone away like 2 years ago, and I wouldn't know.
Yeah, my girlfriend's biggest complaint is like at my house, I don't have a television.
What was USA? Did they do like We Know Drama? Is their logo
we
for
know
a while?
drama. That was our logo.
Wait, you don't have a television?
Nah,
So how do you play Xbox games?
laptop and stuff. You can run the video into that. It's got an HDMI hookup.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think I'm beginning to see why you don't play too many video games anymore.
yeah.
That sounds like a pretty shitty way to play.
I play a majority offline too, so because I'll play at my parents' house because most of the technology stuff that I get, my parents take advantage of. Like I showed them how to hook the laptop up to the TV, and so they watch all videos off of this website that has movies on it. So
Which website? YouPorn?
yes, my mom and dad love watching YouPorn. It's called Rainier Land.
Rainier Land. Okay.
Yeah, it's just all movies. Like one time, my dad was on there, and he's like, Star Wars is on there. I'm gonna watch it. And he puts it on, and the crawl starts, and it's in Spanish. He's like, I swear, if this is subtitled, I'm gonna throw the computer. And all the audio was in English, but everything was dubbed and subtitled in Spanish. It was pretty funny.
You think they would have done a Spanish language version?
Yeah.
Cool. What else are we talking about, guys?
Did you figure it out, James?
Yeah, it's shipping. Like, it's ready to ship. I'm excited. It's the Pillars of Eternity, the RPG that I kickstarted. They did a Pillars of Eternity card game. Looked pretty cool.
Physical card game or like computer?
Yeah, physical card game. So I kickstarted it.
Like CCG, LCG, or something like that? Or
Neither. It's a self-contained game.
Self-contained game, okay.
It's like a
Phoenix.
it's kind of like a deck builder, but kind of almost like Emerald, a study in Emerald, where there's like a board and stuff.
Which DC deck builder has Constantine in it?
That would be the Heroes Unite one, I think.
I like Constantine a lot.
Or actually, he's in one of the Crisis packs.
You see Constantine's on Netflix right now?
Yep.
I did see that.
I watched it the other day.
The movie Constantine
Yeah.
is on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's a
show's
horrible
on Hulu.
abortion to everything that is the comic, but it's one of the rare things where it exists in a separate plane, and it's very like I like it as a movie,
Yeah.
but it's not a very good homage to the comic.
Speaking of the opposite of that, I watched Catwoman today. And it was
With Halle
fucking
Berry?
terrible.
I've
Yeah.
never
Why
seen
did
it.
you watch that?
It just came out on Netflix,
It was
right?
just out on Netflix, and like I heard it was terrible. And
Anything in that Netflix hopper that pops up when it comes on, Matt's like, I'm down.
yeah,
That's so weird. Why would you watch that? So what'd you think? Let's do movie tonight is Catwoman. Instead of Danny giving the synopsis, it's going to be Matt.
I
Go
don't
ahead.
know if I could give the synopsis. I
Yeah,
didn't
you
pay
can.
that close of attention.
Come on.
What's the...
Yeah, so let's
instead
talk
of her
about
being
Catwoman.
like a jewel thief. She's like, it's like she gets her powers magically. They like kill her, and a bunch of magical cats like come and give her
like
special
Bast,
powers.
the Egyptian goddess of cats.
It's like cats from all throughout history. I think I don't know. It's this one special cat that's like attached to her called Midnight because she like saves him from falling off a roof.
Now, did she name him Midnight, or was he like, my name is Midnight?
I don't think they ever get into that.
Well, so did she? Who called it Midnight first?
I think she called it Midnight first, but then like she met another lady who was like mystical cat lady.
It's like that is Midnight.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like I don't know. I think the cat like astrally projected its name. Into
But I mean,
her
did that
mind.
happen in the movie, or did she just start calling it Midnight?
I think she just started calling it Midnight. Like I said, didn't pay that close of attention.
Jeez, this is a really important like plot piece. I want to know: did
Why?
she come up with the name, or did the cat tell her that was her name? That's obviously a big thing.
Maybe
Why
it's,
is that important?
maybe
It's
it's
super important.
it's Paw Paw Midnight in cat form from Constantine.
Also, it's not Selena Kyle. It's
Really?
like Patience something.
Shaniqua Jackson.
Yeah, and instead of being like a prostitute, she's a graphic designer.
Graphic designer turned cat thief.
Right, and she works at a cosmetics company doing graphic design, and they have this new makeup that's coming out. And she's
Were they experimenting on cats?
you know, that would have been a better movie, but no, it's
They weren't testing their products on cats.
it makes you
Why
look
did
young
he-
forever. But if you ever stop using it, your skin like gets all scalded and gross looking.
Why do I always get this one? This mic stand.
I don't know.
I don't know why I get the one that you have to. I have to put my foot down on one of the legs, and I have to put my hand back here.
I think you subconsciously
Then right
choose
here.
it because it's the most manly looking one. But,
Is it?
Yeah. Because I set them up before you guys sit down, and then you guys choose
All
where
right,
you
if
sit.
I don't touch it, it's good right here.
Yeah. Anyway, it's fucking terrible. She falls in love with a cop. She gets framed by Sharon Stone. Has a badass fight with Sharon Stone at the end.
Wait, you said badass. It was good? It was a good fight scene?
It was a pretty good fight scene because
Really?
Sharon Stone has all this makeup on that like pretty much makes her skin marble, and Catwoman does these crazy cat
And cats are
cat
classically
kicks.
They have a weakness when it comes to marble. They can't scratch through marble.
Yeah,
When they push it off tables, it doesn't necessarily break all the time.
Right. If I was like, I have to counter your cat powers, I would coat myself in marble.
yeah.
Try to scratch through that cat. And her whip probably doesn't get through marble.
No, she like wraps it around her neck and doesn't do anything.
Right, because she has marble around her neck.
But for some reason, when she falls 10 stories from a building, she dies.
Well, marble shatters if you throw it 10 stories out a window.
She wasn't shattered.
It's physics.
I guess maybe her brain, hit the edge of her skull.
Yeah, probably some kind of brain hemorrhaging,
Sure, I
internal
could see
bleeding.
that.
It's
Anyway,
physics, man.
there's
Was Batman in it?
No,
Were they in Gotham City?
It's like
No, they were in New York City.
It didn't say Gotham City. They said New York City.
I'm pretty sure they never said Gotham City.
Are you
throughout the whole
sure? Or
thing.
are you pretty sure?
You've seen Jessica Jones, right?
Yeah.
It's just like when they shoot the guy in the head. He's got unbreakable skin, but it does still jostles his brain.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. And that made sense to me. For some reason, that seemed kind of dumb.
So they were like, we're in New York City. They never said the word Gotham. Did they
Right.
say the words New York City? Or did you just assume that they were
I
in
think
New
I
York
just assumed
City?
it was New York City.
So it was Gotham.
Right.
So it was probably Gotham.
It might have been Gotham. I don't think it was, though, because
Why do you think it wasn't Gotham? Why do you just assume it was New York City?
because the cop guy, that her love interest, that should have been Batman. And for some reason, it wasn't. Like, in every other way, he was Batman, except for the fact that
He was
wasn't.
a billionaire that
was
lived
not
in a strange mansion with a butler and had a cave full of super weapons and vehicles.
He wasn't. No, but I don't know. If you watch the movie,
Well,
you
in what other ways
you can
was he
tell
Batman?
that, like in some earlier draft, he was supposed to be
What
Batman.
in other ways was he Batman besides having none of the features that Batman
He had
would
like
have?
the moral code of Batman. Like
He wouldn't use a gun.
He
Did he have a gun, Matt?
He did have a gun.
So he literally broke the only moral code Batman lived with.
Well, I mean, he's a cop.
He
has
has a
to have a
gun.
gun, but he didn't ever use it on anybody.
All right.
And he wouldn't kill people. And
Well, he's a cop, Matt. Why would he kill people? That would be a horrible cop. So you're just saying by default, because his job says don't kill people, that he was Batman.
why are you giving me the third degree about this?
I just want to know, why is he not Batman? I mean, it sounds like nothing like Batman.
I don't know.
Did he say NYPD on his cop car or on his badge?
I don't know. I didn't pay that close of attention.
That's just a very important detail. We could get to the bottom of this right now.
I don't know. We could look it up on the internet.
Yeah, let's look it up. I need to know if it's in New York or Gotham. Because my bigger question is where is Batman in all this? And also, that seems like the villain should have been Clayface, because that's like the whole...
Yeah.
Was it Daggett Industries? Was Daggett making the makeup, Matt?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Maybe it was Maybelline.
Should really have paid more attention to this movie, obviously.
I didn't think I was going to be like dissecting.
No. Nobody watched a
I'd mention
movie,
it.
and you stroll in here saying you watch Catwoman. Of course, you're going to be the...
I know, in hindsight, I made a mistake.
Her name's Patience Phillips.
Who?
Catwoman in the
Catwoman.
movie.
Hadair Beauty is the beauty company.
Hadair?
Yep.
Not Daggett?
Skin cream called the Bow line.
The Bone Line?
Bow, B-E-A-U.
B-A-U, like bow?
Yep.
Like bay?
Laurel Hadair, Sharon Stone.
Like Laurel from Green Arrow?
Maybe.
Does it take place in Gotham? That's all I need to know.
I'm looking. She's brought back by an Egyptian Mao cat. M-A-U.
What?
That's Mao, not Midnight.
Yeah. No, that's the kind of cat is an Egyptian Mao.
It's a very important distinction. Wasn't a Persian or a Hemingway cat or a...
It doesn't say where it takes place.
Yeah.
So it takes place in
Wikipedia.
Gotham. Can you look up a picture of the cop? Because it'll say on his uniform. Look a picture of the cop up. I need to know.
Oh, it's Benjamin Bratt.
Benjamin Bratt. You say that like that means something.
He's the dude from Miss Congeniality. He's like that.
Also, no fucking idea who
You'll
that is.
recognize him. You'll recognize him.
I've never
From
seen
Miss Congeniality.
So how would I
From a
recognize
multitude
him?
of things.
Why is Miss Congeniality the first one that comes to mind if he's in
Is it
multiple
New York?
things?
Yeah.
Why isn't it in Gotham?
Here's what I think happened. They wrote the script, and the scriptwriter submitted the script the day that Batman Forever debuted. Mm-hmm. And, Batman Forever took Batman in a much campier direction than the script was originally calling for.
Okay.
And so they rewrote the script that day. And this was in 1998. The movie didn't come out till like 2004 or something. Mm-hmm. So they just went from there and kept rewriting the script until it basically didn't resemble anything related to Batman at all.
Okay.
Because, yeah. I don't know.
So why didn't they just change her name from Catwoman to something else then?
Because
Is it supposed to be the character of Catwoman?
It is.
But it's not in Gotham.
It even says in the beginning, DC Comics or something like that.
I bet they really fought to get that removed from the beginning of the movie.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure they cared at that point.
So what's our movie for next week?
I wonder, do you think it was that
movie?
movie or is it later that everybody started to realize that Halle Berry is a horrible actress? Because she's never, if you look at her roles, she's never nobody's ever been like, man.
Actually, she's the only thing critics liked about that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Why though? Why? Tell me why she's a good actress. I've never seen anything where I'm like, oh, did you see Swordfish today? Halle Berry was fantastic in that. No.
Boobs were anyway.
Did you see X-Men? Oh, Storm was the best character. No, she was by far the worst.
She did a good job in Catwoman. I would have to agree.
Storm got equal billing as anybody else on the cast. That's ridiculous. I don't know if you heard about that whole budget fight with the X-Men movies.
Yeah.
She did a good job of pretending to be a cat.
Me, yeah.
She's not in anything these days anymore because people stop. I think it's like a quiet Hollywood thing where all right, so we may have fucked up and Halle Berry is the worst actress ever. Let's just stop putting her in stuff. But nobody's said why. Nobody's come out and been oh yeah, by the way, she was a horrible actress that we totally blew up in the early 2000s.
I mean, I think she just might have made a bunch of shitty career decisions, had a bad agent, and they stopped putting her in movies.
What's the one with Billy Bob Thornton?
Well, I mean, a really good actor would. I mean, even if they made a bad career decision, they would still be able to thrive from that.
There you go. Look at Danny coming up with the movie.
Monster Ball.
Yeah.
I only know that because it's referenced in a Jim Gaffigan joke, where he's like, I could not believe Halle Berry is a homeless woman. He's like, this girl's beautiful. She could get some headshots together. She could be a model. Hell, she could be the next Halle Berry.
In the beginning of Catwoman, she's kind of a disheveled dork, and she pulls that off pretty well.
Nice.
I forgot she was Halle Berry.
What's the next superhero movie coming out? Deadpool?
Yep.
Yeah, probably.
Nice.
Good Deadpool and then
Chimichangas.
X-Men Apocalypse.
Chimichangas, guys.
No.
Chimichangas.
Everybody hates Deadpool. You're preaching to the choir here. I literally hate Deadpool with a passion.
I think the movie will be funny, but I don't care for the character. So
the things redeeming about the movie.
Apparently, it's not going to play in real well in international markets, which is a terrible thing for a movie. China pulled it for excessive violence or something like that. That is horrible.
International markets are the reason we keep getting Transformer movies.
Yeah, they make so much money in China with those superhero movies.
So I'm a pretty big X nerd. I like the X comics, not so much the movies. I think First Class is probably the best one, though. It was a fantastic movie. I actually like Days of Future Past a lot, too. Mm-hmm. The ones before that, X2 was pretty good. X2, yeah. The first one's kind of blah. Third one sucks. But what I will say about Deadpool is that I was super surprised to see actual Colossus in a movie. Mm-hmm. I saw the trailer, I'm holy shit, that's Colossus. Looks like Colossus, he's huge. And then... So my favorite run of the X-Men is Grant Morrison's Extinction. And he introduces, he tries to, it's the early 2000s. and the X-Men have been kind of stale for a really long time. So he's like trying to introduce some new characters and stuff. And one of Quentin Quire is probably the one he's most known for. He was an excellent new X-Men, but there's another one called Negasonic Teenage Warhead, who's actually in Deadpool. And I was like, holy shit, they actually pulled somebody out of the Grant Morrison X-Men run, which is pretty sweet. But yeah, I mean, I actually saw the trailers, and I hate Deadpool. I absolutely hate Deadpool. And I saw the trailer, I'm like, that actually does not look bad. And then I saw the second trailer, and he says Chimichanga's in it, and I was like, you almost had me. You almost had me, Deadpool. He almost had me.
I'd rather have a Spider Ham movie.
Stop punching my mic.
Yeah, I'm picking that up.
Yeah, but we'll see. I mean, I'll probably watch it just because they put a good Colossus in it. So, I don't know. I like Ryan Reynolds as an actor. I feel like if I don't see it, then I kind of like, I'm not doing anything as a comic book fan to push leaving the PG-13 comic book series behind. You know what I mean?
Is it R?
Yeah, it's fully rated R.
Oh, that might be good then.
Like a hard R.
And that's why I would like to see some more like mature comic book movies come out that just aren't on TV. Like Marvel's doing a great job with Netflix, but
First episode of Lucifer tonight.
I don't want to talk about that. Why are you trying to ruin my goddamn day? Jesus Christ. Now I just want to walk.
What's the budget on Deadpool? I wonder. It's probably pretty low if they're going to do an R, and it's not going to do well internationally.
I'm pretty sure, probably 40% of it came out of Reynolds' pocket. So
we'll see. I heard that they're doing an X-Force television show that like Fox has greenlit it, and so I think some stuff from this movie is going to go into that, which should be interesting. Like I really, really like the old X-Force, Domino, Cannonball, Cable, like all those guys. So we'll see.
I just saw Days of Future Past. That's the only X-Men movie I've liked.
Really? I like to. Did you see First Class?
No.
You should watch it. I've got it. I'll let you borrow it. It's really, really good. Like those two are solid. So we'll see. James Fassbender as Magneto is just
Michael Fassbender.
Sorry.
Really hated the Wolverine movies. The one I only saw one of them, but I hated it.
Oh, I was about to say the probably the three best X related things are First Class, Days of Future Past, and then
Wolverine in Japan.
Yeah, Wolverine in Japan, whatever. Because the Wolverine in Japan is just like Kill Bill, but with claws. There's an unrated version, and it plays like a Yojimbo movie. Like it's the man with no name. Like you're like, holy shit, somebody actually like he just stabs ninjas for days. Like there's blood. Like there's no like stabbing people and like people's limbs are flying off, and he's just like cutting his way through Tokyo.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
What's the name of that one?
I think it's
the Wolverine.
The Wolverine.
Yeah. Okay.
And from what I understand, I've only seen the director's cut, but the theatrical version, they like took all the blood out and everything and toned down. But the unrated version, you should watch it. It's really good.
If he ever like actually stabs anyone like in the chest, it's always like off screen. Like the body's kind of laying out of sight. You see like you hear the shh, and then like it never shows anything.
In the director's cut, it's like limbs are flying off, and it's like the old like Frank Miller like Wolverine, like just like
Silver Samurai.
There's no superheroes or anything in it. It's just him stabbing
dudes,
stabbing Yakuza.
Yeah.
The last 5 minutes of the movie are not very spectacular, but other than that. Because the whole movie doesn't have any superheroes or anything in it.
Well, the poison lady.
And then the final villain is like a Silver Samurai, but he's like in a giant mech. So it kind of pulls it out of like the realism that the whole movie's grounded in.
What year does it take place?
Modern day.
Okay.
But I watched it and I was like, this is a really good movie.
I watched it on the plane to Malaysia last time I went.
Was it the director's cut?
No.
Nah.
Unfortunately not.
Yeah, they're like dropping F-bombs and...
Heroes Reborn finished up for this year.
I heard it was awful.
Oh, it's so good. I don't know how.
I actually haven't watched it either.
It was awful too.
But the reviews are horrible for it.
It was great. It was good.
I don't believe. Like I don't trust your recommendations.
I think AV Club said it was awful.
Danny broke my fucking heart the other day. He's like, your movie recommendations. I've never watched a single one. I'm like, get out of here.
What movie?
No, none of them. Anytime I hear Mike Ish go like, it's a great movie, I'm like, it's probably okay at best. And
You're missing out on so
If he
much.
says it's an okay movie, it means it's just god awful. Just god awful.
Like, I've had several sources of people that I know like good television tell me that Heroes Reborn is the worst thing that's ever happened.
No.
So what's good about it? Let's talk about it. Set it up. What's the story?
The story is it picks up about 5 years after.
Is Fat Cop in it?
Fat Cop is in it.
Jack Porkins the second.
Yeah, Greg Grunberg is Matt Parkman.
Parkman.
If you don't want me spoiling it, he's a bad guy now.
Okay.
He's working for the main villain because he controls.
Was that the telepath?
It's a telepath, yeah. And what it is they a big like conglomerate has like seen what's going on, and they see that an event is going to take place on Earth that's just going to wipe out humanity. So what they're doing
Sounds
is
familiar.
What they're doing is instead of trying to stop the event, they accept it's going to happen, and they try and figure out a solution. And the solution they figure out is they capture Hiro Nakamura from the first series, and they're using his power to send stuff to the future. Because they're like, yeah, the event's going to happen. It's going to destroy the Earth for such and such amount of time. It'll be livable again then, like at a certain day. So that's when they're just transporting everything to about like 8,000 years in the future, just to where the Earth is habitable again. And that's all it is them doing that. They're not killing anybody. They're not doing anything too awful, except for like what it is to
How the fuck did his powers go from I can go like a couple of days in the future to 8,000 years?
Even in the show, Hero's powers, like he didn't know the limit. Like, and the more you train, the better you get your power and stuff.
Yeah, he went back to like 300 years at one point, right?
Yeah, he went back like.
Yeah, I thought it was like an accident though.
Yeah,
It was like that's because he didn't know how to use them at the time, but like he refines his powers, and it starts out in the sense that you remember Mohinder Suresh, the Indian guy,
Yeah.
the main guy, yeah,
Who turned into the Fly? That was awful.
The way it works is to distract like the public from the growing concern of like why the weather's getting weird, why animals getting weird. Is they plan like Evos and humans are trying to like do the thing where they come together and stuff. They're having like a symposium, and they make it look like Mohinder is a terrorist, like a Evo terrorist that blows up the symposium.
In Evo, you're just saying mutants, right?
Yep,
We just
Evo
talked
is
about
mutants.
mutants. Okay.
Yep. Like if you have an ability, and so that makes the public hate the Evos, and it becomes like a big civil war kind of thing. And
Right, just
register,
like in
don't
the
register.
X-Men.
Yep.
Yep.
And so it's while everything's distracted with that, the company's sending stuff to the future, getting ready, and come to find out, the person that created Hero's prison isn't necessarily a bad guy. He was just captured himself and forced to do it, and his daughter finds a way to release Hero. And Hero gets released and everything like that. Well, the whole time in the background, you don't really know it, but there's two kids, a set of twins, that are supposed to like come together and stop the event rather than let everybody on the Earth die and like select few go forward. So it's them trying to get together. They don't know each other. Their minds have been wiped. And
Is Peter Petrelli in it?
Peter Pacelli's not in it, but Claire Bennett is. She dies in the first episode, 5 minutes in, and which is kind of weird because she has the power to where she can like heal herself.
Immortal, right?
Yep.
She's Wolverine.
So I don't know if you remember the original series, but in the very last episode, she jumps off of a Ferris wheel like the World's Fair and stands up and it's like, "I'm Claire Bennett. This is a temp number, whatever." Like, and just kind of tells the world about mutants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so like it comes off that, and like she dies giving birth to two kids.
How did she die?
Present day. Would you like me to tell you?
Should you?
I'll tell you if you want.
It's like a big twist?
It's a big twist.
All right, well, don't tell me then.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's
one day
really
I'll
cool
watch.
though. Maybe it's just like my fanboyism from season 1 of Heroes, and this
I like season 1 and season 2 a lot.
yeah
Season
And
3 and 4 were turds.
This reimagined some of that, and I think it brought like the power. Yeah, 3, 4, and 5 were complete shit.
There were
So
5 seasons of that show.
there were.
Yep.
I stopped watching after the first.
I was about to say I did not know there was a season 5.
Yep.
Do you want to hear my hero story? You ready for this?
Let's go.
So this summer, we were in Savannah, Georgia, and we were in this like restaurant. I don't remember what it was.
The Black Staff, that one.
No, and we were like eating or whatever. And you know the lady that's the FBI agent on the first season of Hey Parkman, that looks
Yeah.
like the world's ugliest TV actress.
Yeah, she's that ugly chick that's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah. She's in Carnival and everything. So
Yeah.
like we're sitting there eating, and I was like, I turned around. She's like at the table next to me. I'm like, holy shit, that's the girl from Heroes.
That's the ugly character actor.
And so like then I turn back around and like she's eating. We make eye contact and she's just like, fuck. Like, you can see it in her eyes because I'm like, yeah. And she's like got her friend and she's got like a hat on and like sunglasses and she like takes her sunglasses off and rubs her face and like looks back and I was like, I'm not gonna say anything. Fuck you. Yeah. Turn back around. But that was my whole story.
Nice.
Seriously, like after I've never been a celebrity, but like 5 minutes after that, they just like got up and left. I didn't know what they were done with their food. I'm like, I don't think you're big enough like celebrity for like nobody else in this restaurant. Believe me, knows who the fuck you are. I just let her watch a lot of shitty television.
Barely, probably like a C-list actress. Like.
Yeah. At best. But then I was like, well, IMDb, and she was making a movie in Savannah at the time. I was like, all right, that makes sense.
What movie? I wonder.
It was a lesbian, like a movie about some lesbians or
Would
something.
make sense.
She would make a great old lesbian.
She plays lesbians in lots of stuff.
But yeah, that was my story about her. I just wanted to look at her and go, Parkman!
Parkman.
But I didn't.
Good for you.
Yeah. Far be it for the high to be, badgered by the lowly fan consumer.
Yeah, with Heroes Reborn, I was super surprised at how many people from the original show came into the new.
Really? You're surprised about that? Because none of them are doing anything with their lives. They're probably like, please, holy fuck, are you doing another Heroes? Can I get in on that?
I just saw Porkman in something.
He was in The Force Awakens.
Yeah,
He's Jack Porkins'
Black
son.
5 or whatever his name is.
It's not really Jack Porkins' son, but I want him to be.
Yeah.
Did you see the
Totally
where,
should be.
where Porkins is like in some certain way Snoke's? Like there's some article where how Porkins Snoke's. I was like,
Everybody's Snokes.
Yeah, those articles used to be funny when everybody's like, this person is Snokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Did you see that
Tarkin.
Star Wars was delayed by 6 months, so it's going to be a full 2 years instead of they pushed it back to December of 2017.
Really?
I think they just liked how it performed over Christmas.
Well, and if you look at Disney's lineup, like there's Marvel movies coming out every summer from here to eternity. So since they now own both companies, why would they want to compete against each other for summer profits?
So they just stagger them.
Yeah. Avatar 2 canceled its December 2017 release, though.
Yeah, they don't want to
2 days after.
Yeah,
Like, well,
I don't blame them.
that movie, nobody's going to see that movie. They should just cancel it.
Doctor Strange is this year,
I
isn't
don't
it?
know.
Yep, in November.
Rock on.
I don't think Avatar is a terrible movie. It just didn't deserve.
Tell me anything about Avatar.
There's blue people.
Yep, okay.
There's this big tree, and there's these.
Have you ever read that article?
Suits.
I think it's on the AV Club
I saw
about how
it's the biggest cultural phenomenon that just disappeared. From,
in like a year.
Yeah. Well, he didn't do a lot of marketing for it. There wasn't like a lot of toys or I don't know.
Would you have wanted an Avatar toy?
I mean, no, but
Okay, maybe that's why there wasn't a lot.
there wasn't like an
marketing
Avatar cartoon or.
But the movie wasn't fucking good. It's so weird. Like it broke so many box office records. It was the box office holder until Star Wars dethroned it. And I was like, seriously? Up until now, nothing's beaten that movie? Like the movie's fucking awful.
It did a lot of
Forgettable.
broke a lot of ground with 3D.
Yeah,
if you
3D,
know that
4K,
sort of thing.
all that shit. It was the first one to go mainstream with that stuff.
Yeah.
We got I think Civil War is out in May, which is going to be exciting.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, cool.
Yeah. I saw stills of Black Panther. The only person we haven't seen is Spider-Man so far, but I'm excited. That one's going to be good.
Spider-Man.
It's got a lot riding on that movie because Joss Whedon isn't doing the next Avengers movie. The guy that it's two brothers or whatever that are directing Civil War are directing it, so we'll see. We got the Ant-Man. Ant-Man's going to be in it. Black Widow.
I watched Ant with my dad the other day. He hadn't seen it.
Ant-Man's fantastic.
He got pretty hyped when Falcon showed up. He's like, "That's the guy from the other movie." I was like, "Yeah."
Falcon, worst superhero ever.
Yeah.
I've got wings and some guns, and I can talk to birds. Good job.
He does not deserve to be Captain America.
Sam Wilson.
Whoa. Just because he's black doesn't mean he can't be Captain America. Fucking racist.
It's not because he's black. It's because he's lame.
He is lame. Nobody ever said, oh, Falcon, that guy's cool.
So are Steve Rogers and Bucky Barnes dead in the comic universe? That's why Sam Wilson took the mantle, or what?
So in the comic universe, you know how Steve Rogers is like 90 years old?
Yeah.
Something happens to his like cellular structure where all of a sudden he just starts like deteriorating and aging. So he turns into an old man.
Gotcha.
So he can no longer, he's like an 80-year-old man now. So he passed the mantle. But they've already done like their solicitations for the summer. And obviously Steve Rogers is coming back.
Yeah.
So they figure a way to fix that, I guess.
What about Bucky?
But he's like the director of S.H.I.E.L.D., like an old man director of S.H.I.E.L.D. right now.
Nice.
Bucky Barnes is not in the comics like he is in the movies. Like, I don't know where Bucky Barnes... I think Bucky Barnes has been dead for a long time.
Oh, I remember there was one comic where he was Captain America, wasn't he? Like he took.
Oh yeah. He took over when Captain America got sniped. That's right.
Yeah.
I didn't see the Winter Soldier. Isn't he like supposed to be the bad guy?
Dude.
In that?
He is a bad guy. It's really good. It's probably
I didn't get out to see it when it came out, and it never came to Netflix. And
it's probably one of the better ones of all of them.
Okay, I didn't see that or the second Thor.
Do you still watch DVDs? You watch those? Nope. Okay, so I can give you DVDs. I can bring them to you.
Second Thor is kind of.
I don't buy DVDs anymore, but I'll watch them if you give them.
Second Thor is kind of a turd.
Is it?
It's not bad.
It's watchable,
not good.
but it's not great.
I fell asleep in the theater during that movie.
Thor is a really, really weak superhero. Like, okay, you're a god with a hammer.
Yeah.
Cool. Make that entertaining.
Not much
like if the people that. So there's a guy named Jason Aaron, and about 3 years ago, he took over Thor, and they started over with issue 1, and it's called Thor: Blood and Thunder, and it's all like Frank Frazetta artwork, and he pretty much made like Conan the Barbarian with Thor. Like, it's super gritty, and it's all
in Asgard.
It takes place on Earth like 600 years ago.
Okay.
So it's like Thor, like in the old days and stuff, and it just makes it like super badass. And like the thing is,
cool.
like Conan Barbarian in like modern times is not that it's not that like entertaining, but it's pretty like, you know, he's just like caving dudes' faces in with Mjolnir, and you know, it's like really, really cool and gritty. And if I were doing movies, I think somebody like that could be a cool Thor movie. Like, take him back 600 years ago. Like,
We should totally do that.
yeah, but no.
Yeah,
maybe
the only good Thor stories are the ones that take place in Asgard.
Yeah.
Like whenever he's on Earth, it's kind of yawn.
Jane Foster.
Aren't they making a new Conan movie?
Conan
Conan the Barbarian?
They already did.
Yeah, they did
I'm
with
talking with-
Khal Drogo.
With Schwarzenegger.
They've been talking like Dino De Laurentiis and his like son have talked forever. Like, they made a King Conan script and they wanted to shoot it, and then right when they're going to do it, Schwarzenegger got elected, and then like he's come back and they talked about doing it, but since that other movie failed so bad, they're having a really, really hard time getting like funding and stuff together.
The reboot.
Yeah,
I didn't think it was that bad. I saw it.
I didn't watch that one.
I didn't. I tried to watch it and it bothered me.
What's the one that came out with The Rock? Was that a Conan movie?
No,
Scorpion King.
Scorpion King.
That's not the hell. It's the new movie with The Rock. It came out last year.
I have no idea. Hercules.
There you go.
Okay,
Never mind.
Oh yeah, I actually saw that.
Yeah.
you saw that?
Yeah.
Why?
Scorpion King. What the hell?
Because
Is he not in a movie called The Scorpion King?
From like 15 years ago.
I like The Rock. I'll watch any movie with The Rock in it.
Oh, they're rebooting The Mummy with Tom Cruise. How crazy is that?
What?
No,
Yeah.
they're not.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Where? Show it to me right now. That is a credible news source. Yeah, no, please.
Wait, what are they rebooting?
The Mummy?
With Tom Cruise.
Yes. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll give you a credible
Yeah.
source. in a
So
second.
Tom Cruise. They called up Tom Cruise, one of the highest grossing actors in the world. Like, you know what, Tom Cruise? We think it'd be good if you reboot The Mummy.
Brendan Fraser. Like, I mean,
We're going
what's
to
he doing
reboot The
now?
Mummy with Tom Cruise.
So did you watch San Andreas with The Rock?
No, I didn't, because it's not on Netflix. I'll rephrase that. If it's on Netflix and it
Yeah,
has
it's
The
scheduled
Rock,
for
I'll
release in
watch it.
2017. It's Tom Cruise, Sophia Bolello. I don't know who that is. But I'm loading up the IMDb page right now.
I don't give a shit. I'm rolling it up right now, too.
Go right ahead. No, Brendan Fraser doesn't act because he started losing his hair and he got ugly. That's what, like, he admitted that. That's
Well, I mean, that doesn't stop a lot of actors. They
Bill
wear
Murray.
wigs and shit. Yeah.
Lucifer tonight at 9 on Fox. There's an advert.
Go stick that phone up your ass. Tom Cruise is in talks. So, talks. There's nothing
Talks.
confirmed.
I really hope he's not in the.
That was a Variety article from November.
Variety's a legit source.
Variety is? No, it's from November, though. I haven't heard it. You think it's 6 months? You think
It
it's
says
going to happen?
2017.
It's pre-production, right?
Yeah, Tom Cruise in talks to star in Universal's The Mummy reboot, helping to launch Universal's new era of monster films. Studio tapped Alex Kurtzman and Chris Morgan, blah, blah, blah.
Arab monsters.
It's a reboot of The Mummy, not The Mummy, the Brendan Fraser series.
No, it is not a reboot of the Brendan Fraser series.
Oh, see, there you go. I didn't know.
Okay.
What is the Mummy? The Mummy.
The original.
the old Boris Karloff
Yeah.
mummy, like the
Free print mummy.
He's got the shit wrapped around him and
Oh, like
Yeah.
the black
mummy's
and
curse,
white.
that type of shit.
Yeah. You got like the Fantastic Seven that are the free print monsters that anybody can make movies about. So
This Cruise isn't expected to produce, but he will play a major role in the development.
Okay.
Characters from the Monsters Universe films are expected to crop up in each other's installments, culminating in a new Avengers-style tie-in for the monster movies franchise, so like Dracula.
What's the limit for public domain? 130 years?
yeah.
But I mean, I guess Brendan Fraser's The Mummy was kind of a reboot of that, but it ended up being like something else.
Yeah.
It will not be.
I love the Mummy movies, 1 and 2 at least.
Oh, they're my favorite. I've seen all the Scorpion King movies too.
Oh God, the Scorpion King is bad, but I've seen.
I haven't seen any of
great.
those.
Scorpion King 2 and 3 are terrible.
I enjoyed the Mummy, and the second one, the third one was pretty bad. With
That's
the,
all
like
the
Chinese.
Yetis. Yeah.
Do the Scorpion King movies ever get into how he becomes half scorpion?
Because he shows up in the Mummy 2 as a scorpion.
As a half
dude.
scorpion.
Yeah.
He's a
dude.
Scorpion King, Danny. Of course, he's half Scorpion. He's not the human king.
In
No,
the
I
movies,
don't.
he's not half scorpion though. He's a big rock dude.
They don't ever really get into it. I don't think.
Well,
he
that's
gets cursed
because
at some point.
yeah, no, it says it in the Mummy too. Like he gets cursed.
Yeah, but if they make movies about the Scorpion King, I feel like they would build up to the
They're
point
like-
where he gets cursed.
He's pretty much
prequels
Conan the
to the
Barbarian in
Mummy.
the
Yeah.
prequels, where he's just like a badass dude.
Yeah, I know. I've seen the first one, but I didn't know there was 2 more. I
What's
thought
your favorite
eventually.
rock movie? Mine's The Rundown.
Probably Scorpion King.
Yeah.
Oh,
don't know if
mine
I
is
can pick-
fuck you guys, go to hell. The Rock is a horrible piece.
Yeah,
of
I don't
shit
know if I
actor.
can pick a favorite
How about
rock
Doom?
movie.
Doom, that's my favorite rock movie. Doom. Have you guys ever seen Doom? No. You've never seen Doom?
I
Really haven't.
Man, we should do Doom for next week because it's great.
I've been meaning to
My
see
favorite
that.
rock movie.
All right, Doom for next week. All
right.
It's decided.
God, there has to be something that I like.
I'm not saying The Rock is
Dude,
good,
it's
but
got
like
Carl Urban in it. It's got Judge Dredd. So it's good.
I have to look at The Rock's.
I haven't seen any of the Fast and Furious movies. He's been in either.
I've seen terrible like Twitter posts. Like I love just I don't know why, just like stupid Twitter posts. I see them all the time, like top 10 lists. And one of them was like, "Is it just me, or does The Rock look a lot like Dwayne Johnson?"
Maybe my favorite movie is San Andreas or Central Intelligence or Fast and the Furious
Or G.I.
20
Joe.
or G.I. Joe or Journey to the Center of the Earth or Journey to the Center of Earth 2. Maybe Race to Witch Mountain. Maybe Gridiron Gang. The Other Guys. That was a good one.
Other Guys was good.
Oh, the Tooth Fairy. That's my favorite.
Planet 51.
He was
There's a
actually
voice in
pretty
that.
decent in the one you just mentioned.
Planet 51.
No, it's Journey to the
Race
Center
to
of the
Witch
Earth. Journey to the
Mountain.
Witch Mountain.
The first one.
A joke. I haven't seen either of
The
those.
second one that he's in. Yeah, Brendan Fraser's in the first one of those. So The Rock is in the second one.
Yeah. They should do another Scorpion King movie.
No.
They did a fourth one, just not with him.
Yeah.
No. God. Ugh.
What's wrong with Scorpion King?
And then they keep saying that
It's good, dumb fun.
that Big Trouble in Little China is going to be rebooted with The
Yeah,
Rock.
with Dwayne Johnson. I was just reading that.
He's
I have a
not.
very short list of I don't understand the convictions of people that suicide bomb things, but I'm not above showing up to that
There's
the
also-
Universal lot in a fucking vest full of explosives and ending that right there.
There's also a rumor that the Jungle Cruise ride is going to get a movie made, like the Pirates of the Caribbean ride did.
Oh, God.
And it's
That
going to be
ride's
starring
not-
Dwayne Johnson.
That ride's not that
That'd
great.
be actually pretty good.
Yeah, we actually rode that ride the past 2 times
Yeah.
we went to Disney, and it's like an 18-hour ride for a 5-minute ride. It's a really bad ride too. But you know what? Movie that I actually really do enjoy was the Haunted House movie with Eddie Murphy.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that.
it's pretty funny.
It was good. I liked it.
I like Eddie
Check
Murphy
that
a
out.
lot. Like
I do too. What's he doing? He doesn't hang out with anybody anymore, right?
he doesn't. He had that sweatsuit incident when he passed out on a freeway and with trash bags over his body.
What?
Yeah, you remember that? That's what.
No.
Like he went crazy after he made that Meet Dave movie.
What?
And he was exercising with trash bags on him, and he overheated and dehydrated and passed out on the side of the freeway in Santa Monica. Look it up.
No.
Yes.
Eddie Murphy was not running along the freeway exercising in trash bags.
Look, Eddie Murphy passes out running. Look it up.
Remember
If
when
I
he
could
got
hold
caught
this-
having sex with those trans prostitutes?
Yeah. That was back in the day.
I know.
the
He
trannies.
recovered from that.
Exactly.
And he can't recover from passing out on the side of the road.
I think he just got tired of it. Like Pluto Nash was a big failure, and then Meet Dave sucked, and Oh, what else was there?
He's got the Shrek
Oh,
movies.
Norbit was horrendous.
Norbit was an awful movie.
Yeah.
I never liked any of the movies where he just dressed up as fat women.
There is not a single hit. This is not even pulling up anyway.
Hold on.
I googled Eddie Murphy passes out wearing trash bags, and it's not pulling up anything.
Usually your Google foo is dead on. That happened. I know it happened. I would
No,
not
it didn't. It's literally never happened.
You dreamed it.
I don't know. Last
weird
week I was
dreams-ish.
so sick. I definitely had fever dreams. So
Yeah, because I've never heard of that. Danny, you ever heard of that?
I wouldn't have heard of it even if it actually happened.
Are you talking about Martin Lawrence?
there you go. Martin Lawrence, critical. Same guy. Same
Racist.
guy.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Oh man.
Wow.
Eddie Murphy has too much goddamn money to be running on the side of the interstate wrapped in trash bags.
Yeah. Apparently. Yeah. After.
Was it after Black Knight? Was he trying to get in shape for Black Knight too?
It was after Rebound.
Yeah. Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy just became a weird recluse. I think there's like an alien parasite that takes over black celebrities like Michael Jackson, and then now it's leached on to Eddie Murphy. It took
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, it was with Dave Chappelle, and it took like it tried to leech on to Prince, but it was like, this shit is way too fucked.
Black Knight.
Yeah, have you ever seen Black Knight? No. That's a great movie.
That's not bad.
I've seen that.
The poster's so stupid.
He works at a Ren fair, and like that's how.
And he like somebody hits him in the head, and he passes out and wakes up in like medieval England, and everybody's like, "Oh, it is thou a black man?" And then that joke for an hour and a half.
I think we should do Black Knight for next podcast.
He's of the Moorish brand.
Yeah, he's a bull.
Which one, Black Knight or Doom? I'm game for either one.
Yeah, Doom.
Doom.
Right.
I actually saw Doom
Let's
in
do
the theater.
Doom and then Black Knight next week.
I saw Doom in the theater as well.
Let's go Doom.
Allie. But
Doom.
yeah. Doom has a scene where the entire movie's in first person for like 20 minutes when they're hunting down monsters.
Yeah, I heard about that. I never saw it.
It's really bad.
Yeah.
This is probably one of the worst movies I've ever
Classic cinematography.
Exactly.
It was made by that really terrible director, wasn't it?
U-Ball.
U-Ball, yeah.
Yep.
He's fucking terrible. I've seen some of those movies.
I know. I hate most of them.
seen. All right, we're done with this, right?
Yeah. Do we have any emails? Anybody check?
No, did you check?
No.
Did you check? Did
Yeah.
you
It's
check?
on my phone. They come. when
Did you check? Or is
I
this
get
like the
them
time
live.
you wrote Adrian Paul an email that never happened?
I checked a
I've
couple
never
weeks
said
ago.
I wrote him an email.
And we
I
didn't
said I
have
might
any.
eventually.
Nope. Still nothing
Yeah, we haven't-
since 9/16.
Yes, I have it on my
Wow.
phone. So.
What is up, people? Fucking email us at Nintendo
Nobody listens
Dreamcast
to
at
this
podcast.
Okay.
Nintendo Dreamcast podcast at gmail.com.
Some of our like most popular emailers have been Matt Fry. He's been lazy as fuck.
I don't think Matt listens to us anymore.
He does not.
I don't think John Crawford listens to us anymore.
John Crawford listens. So does Ryan Hickman.
I don't think they do anymore. I think Ryan Hickman still, but I don't.
Yeah.
John hasn't mentioned anything about the podcast. I've seen him past couple of months. He usually says something.
Well, you know, Z-Melts does.
I know there's a few of you in the UK that listen. I'm really interested into why you picked us to listen. Picked to listen to us.
Tim listens still. I
Tim
think
Parsons does. Yep.
that's about it. I think we're down to like 2 listeners now.
We have some girl named Tabitha.
How's our metrics?
They're up.
Really?
Yeah,
So
on
crazy.
average.
Oh man, if Hate the Bowie wrote back right now, that'd be a bad
I mean,
timing.
we don't even have to release, and we still do like as well as we did like 2 years ago.
Can we get like $1 per download or something?
We got the kid that died playing Pokemon games. He's not going to email back.
That kid died.
Yep. Oh.
Poor guy.
Fun stuff.
I'm tired.
Yeah,
Yep. I
Mouth
can't wait for
hurts.
The Rock to be in Big Trouble in Little China remake. Come on.
that's gonna be sick.
I know.
It'll never happen.
James will not let it happen.
I will actually not let it happen. In my mind, this is a scenario in which someone would send somebody back in time to prevent it. And I'm just going to do it before they have to send somebody back in time.
Just be outside Dwayne Johnson's house with a sniper rifle. Like, come on, you lying bastard. Stick your head out.
You guys ever listen to My Brother and Me?
Yeah,
I hate that shit.
He did a thing one time where he's like, well, when McDonald's gets pizza, my future self is going to come back in time and bring me a hot, fresh slice. He's like, if that happens, do it right now. 3, 2, 1. And then they have like a whole charade where he comes back in time. It was pretty great. He's like, I'm just an 8.
that was a good bit.
Yeah,
God, that show is horrible.
What?
Yes,
That's
the
great.
McElroy brothers.
Yeah.
Hey guys, it's the McElroy brothers.
What is that?
I know.
That's their. That's
have a-
the one guy. That's his voice.
They have a podcasting empire now.
I know. Built
Yeah.
on shit. Why don't we have a podcasting empire?
I got so many ideas for shows. But
The only episode that I will give them was I looked up because I heard they did an episode where they eat nothing but Totino's pizza. And that was actually funny.
Totino's super special. That was great.
Yeah.
But everything else is horrible.
Well, Totino's really did sponsor like 6 different podcasts to record an episode about eating Totino's pizza rolls.
Oh, is that what they're making fun
Yeah.
of? I just
Well, no,
thought
like,
that's
they-
what
No, they
did.
got.
They were one of the people that got picked.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it was a really sponsored episode.
I like the.
That
I
makes
feel
me
like
like it
they
less.
weak sauced the amount of pizza rolls they could eat because the one guy was like, "I'm at 24 and I can't eat anymore." I'm like, bullshit. I seen
Yeah.
pictures of you guys. I could eat 24 fucking pizza rolls. So can we reach out to them on social media and I will challenge any of the McElroy brothers to a Totino's pizza roll eating contest?
For the longest time, one of them lived in Cincinnati.
Yeah, I know. I think he still does, doesn't he?
No, he's out in
No.
LA now. Travis.
Yeah.
Will you tweet them? Will you fucking do something? It's just tweet. Just
You're-
I put the
tweet.
episode-
Your social media coordinator.
Just do
you
a
go.
goddamn tweet that says, "Dear biggest, fattest McElroy, I challenge you to a Totino's pizza roll eating contest." We could
The fattest one is the
live
nearest
video
one.
this.
His
I don't
name's
care.
Justin McElroy, and he's in West Virginia. He's like
Yeah.
4 hours away.
Yeah.
You've actually gone to West Virginia to see the show before, haven't you?
No, I
that-
haven't.
that was
You
Al.
went and
I
saw
have not
Candlelights,
seen-
didn't you?
Huh?
Or was that Allie that
Allie
went and
went and
saw
saw
Candlelights?
Yes.
Candlelights, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's make this challenge.
I will link this show.
We
as soon
can
as it's
live-
posted, and I will tweet him.
Yeah.
I challenge you now.
Totino's pizza roll.
The
James versus
Tostino's
Justin.
pizza roll eating contest.
All right. Well, on that note, let's make it easy for them to find at the end.
You can
challenge.
visit us at Nintendo Dreamcast Podcast at Podomatic.com. I don't know the actual address for anything. Somebody else.
It's Podomatic.com/Nintendo Dreamcast.
Good job. I forgot.
Nintendo Dreamcast Podcast at gmail.com and then Facebook.com/.
And what's our
Nintendo
Twitter?
Dreamcast.
Tweet us.
At Nintendo Dcast.
Yeah, tweet us.
Yeah. All right. Bye. Good night.